What's up guys, it's Scares here, and I can't believe the support you guys showed in my video yesterday. Like, thank you guys so much. Honestly, before I uploaded the video, I thought it was going to completely bomb. I didn't think any of you guys cared about me coming back, to be completely honest with you. I thought it was going to, have people hate on me and stuff, but for some reason, you guys showed the opposite response. I also saw a lot of comments and tweets from you guys asking if I was kidnapped. And like, let's be real guys, like, who the fuck would kidnap me? I'm some random white kid from New York. There's no way anyone would fucking kidnap me. Like, let's be real here. But I do understand where some people are coming from. I mean, like, I just left social media and YouTube for 2 months, and I didn't tell anyone I was leaving, and then I come back randomly, and I didn't tell anyone I was even coming back, and then out of nowhere I have a brick wall behind me, like I'm in someone's basement. Like, I understand where you guys are coming from, but I just think it's a little bit too over the top, and there's just no way that I actually would be kidnapped. Well, let's be real here. I also saw some tweets from some big YouTubers telling me to, like, blink if I really was kidnapped. That's not the case, but obviously... So for our first story of today, guys, we have one here from Jake Paul. Again, for some reason, Jake Paul's in all the drama recently. I mean, ever since I came back to YouTube, he's the only thing I hear everyone talking about over Twitter. He kind of reminds me of FaZe a little bit. I'm not sure how many of you guys remember this, but FaZe was a very big YouTuber back in the day, like about a year ago. He got into a ton of drama, and he was the person who everyone talked about. He also was a vlogger too. So, I don't know, they kind of seem very similar to me. I don't know how many of you guys noticed that as well. But it looks like Jake Paul is kind of like the new talk of YouTube. And if you don't know, actually 2 days ago, Jake Paul's Team 10 van ended up getting pretty messed up. One YouTube vlogger known as F-Spot, this guy has 100,000 subscribers, he ended up vlogging Jake Paul's van. He just noticed it on the side of the road, and he's like, holy shit, this is crazy. It even has the JP kind of logo thing on the back of the van, and it looks like the van's rear axle got completely fucked up. At least that's what F-Spot's saying here. I don't know very much about cars. I just know how to change a tire. That's pretty much the extent of my knowledge, but it looks like the rear axle was fucked up. At least that's what F-Spot was saying here. Now, the day after this, Jake Paul made a vlog where he explains why his van broke, and apparently he is blaming it on his neighbors here. If you don't know, Jake Paul and his neighbors have been in a lot of drama recently, and he literally blames this whole situation on his neighbors. He says that apparently one of his neighbors went up to his van and unscrewed some screws on his tire. I mean, he's literally claiming that his neighbors tried to sabotage them, and then he says here that his neighbors tried to kill him. I'm not even joking, like, this isn't clickbait. He straight up said that his neighbors are trying to kill him. Now, that is a very serious claim to say about someone. To say that someone tried to kill you, it is extremely serious, and he said that on video to his millions of fans, okay? That is really messed up, and I'm sure that his neighbors are actually going to use that in their class action lawsuit against him in the future. I mean, he's literally been saying so many ridiculous things about his neighbors recently, and what that's going to do is it's actually going to, I guess, make it very hard for him to win this lawsuit, because he's just been super disrespectful this whole time, and he just seems to not care about this. Jake Paul also said here that the van's tire fell off in the middle of the streets, and the van apparently rolled into traffic and then stopped in the middle of traffic and actually stopped the highway, which I don't know if that's true, but if that happened, that is insane. I did not think that crash was that bad, especially when I first saw the video. It didn't even look like anything happened to the van, but I guess it really was a big deal. I mean, the fucking tire fell off in the middle of the street. Now, the news reporter who interviewed Jake Paul earlier this week, I'm sure all of you guys know who this guy is. He's the guy that got roasted by Jake Paul, and Jake Paul was being super disrespectful to him. This news reporter ended up tweeting out saying neighbors are stunned by Jake Paul's accusations that they tried to kill him by loosening the tire. So it looks like his neighbors have no idea what he's talking about here. And obviously, because why would they try to kill him? First off, most of Jake Paul's neighbors have kids. I mean, there are a bunch of families here. I don't see a bunch of families and parents of families going over to this guy's house and actually trying to sabotage him to try to kill him. I mean, seriously, like these claims are ridiculous. And you know what scares me is that a lot of Jake Paul's fans still believe him in this situation. Like, he's getting a lot of support over this, and his fans are attacking his neighbors and hating on his neighbors. But even if you had just a little bit of common sense, you would figure out that what Jake Paul is saying here is complete BS. The news reporter also tweeted out saying neighbor files an eavesdropping complaint against Jake Paul, says Jake Paul secretly recorded conversation during the apology. So what he's saying here is Jake Paul actually was secretly recording conversation between him and his neighbor, okay? This is a big deal because if you really did do this in the state of California, you can get 1 year in jail for doing something like this. I mean, it's a pretty big deal in California. I know in almost every other state, it's completely legal to secretly record people in public places, but in California, they take that shit seriously, dude. And it looks like Jake Paul might actually get in some serious trouble by doing this. I mean, they already sent a complaint at him for this, and this is just going to make the whole lawsuit worse if they actually go through with this class action lawsuit against Jake Paul. I mean, he's in some serious shit right now, and I don't think he realizes it, and I think it's just because, I don't know, I mean, he's full of himself. He thinks that he's right on everything, and I think very quickly, especially if these guys file this lawsuit, he'll figure out that he is completely wrong about the situation, and he really should be more respectful to his neighbors right now. I also saw some YouTube news sources saying that Jake Paul got arrested and he already was getting sent to jail and stuff, and they showed these pictures of you know, a KTLA news segment where Jake Paul is apparently getting handcuffed here, and that is not true at all, guys. If you look carefully, this is actually like a prank video. I think this is like some type of prank, and this is not real at all. These guys were just joking around in this picture. So for those of you guys who are like, oh wow, this is crazy, Jake Paul's already arrested, that's not the case. This guy actually made 3.3 million views in 1 day off of this video. I don't even understand how so many people watched that when it was just completely fake. But let's stop talking about Jake Paul here for 2 seconds because that's just way too much Jake Paul talk for today. But for our next story today, we got one here from Jax Films. You guys know who Jax Films is. He has a couple million subscribers, and he ended up tweeting out a couple times about the Emoji Movie today. And if you don't know, Jax Films has made a lot of videos on the Emoji Movie. He's poked fun at it because the Emoji Movie is literally an animated movie about emojis, the little emojis on your phone. Well, it looks like the Emoji Movie is inviting Jax Films to their world premiere, and they ended up sending him a letter in the mail that says, "Hi Jack, hope you're doing well. We on the marketing team at Sony Pictures Animation are huge fans of yours and have had a blast watching your videos. After seeing your passion for the film, I think we can all agree that you are the #1 fan of the Emoji Movie. As such, you deserve to have some emoji swag sent your way, including your favorite item of all, fidget spinners." And Jack shows a picture here of a bunch of different emoji fidget spinners that he got from the Emoji Movie themselves. Also, it looks like Ricegum is coming out with a new diss track very soon. He tweeted out saying, "My next diss song is done. Now I just need to film the music video." And he also tweeted out right afterwards saying, "My next diss track is this week." So sometime this week, we're going to see his next diss track, and honestly, it might be on a big YouTuber. I'm not sure, but all of his diss tracks are usually on YouTubers, and his last diss track made 50 million views. So I don't know, this is going to be a big one. Someone dissed me, I don't know, I'm like, hey, shut your ass up, go and get your cash up. You got ran through, mad con smashed up. Your man gave you followers, don't know why you gassed up. I'm running with the subs and the views, you can catch up. And before I end off today's video, I just want to say I saw a lot of your tweets asking me to put a flannel on for my videos from now on. And, you know, it's this summer, and even though I love flannels and I love wearing them, I don't want to wear it because it's going to make me super fucking hot and warm, and it's just going to be disgusting to wear a flannel in the summer. But if this video does get 50,000 likes in the first day, then I'll wear 50 fucking flannels tomorrow.